Hey guys, how is everyone doing? Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is SANDI. Shalom. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for kicking with me. I really love and appreciate you guys. And if you are a new subscriber, thank you and welcome. And if you haven't subscribed, please press the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a video. So I am back with another one, my ladies. So in today's video, I am gonna be giving you 10 red flags to look for in a relationship. This is either a new relationship or your old relationship. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So the thing about men, like if you ignore these red flags, they keep growing and growing. Every time they keep bringing new red flags. So it's better for you to notice the red flag and address it if you really want to be with him, and maybe he's going to change his ways. Or if you feel like this is just not for you and it's a bit too much, then you can just peace out. So the first red flag that you should avoid, and you should honestly leave this guy. If a guy talks about his ex or his past relationships, to me that's a red flag, because why are we discussing your ex when we should be discussing whatever we are doing right now or whatever we are trying to do? Why are we discussing your ex or your past relationship? Like honestly, for me, like I get hurt or uninterested when I really like a guy and he's busy telling me, oh, my ex used to do this and my ex used to do that. Like immediately I lose interest. I lose interest immediately. It's funny to me like how some women would actually stay and a man is busy talking about, going on about their ex, like blah blah blah, my ex used to do this, my ex used to say this. Or maybe he'll be like, I've been here to this restaurant with my ex. Like, shut up, I don't need to know. That's your business and it has nothing to do with me or this relationship that I'm trying to build with you. So for me, once a guy talks about his ex relationships, I completely get turned off. Like I completely get turned off. Another thing is a guy who is nice to you in public, and when you guys are in private, like he's very mean to you and he's always trying to bring you down. Like I've noticed a lot of guys do this in their relationship. When they go out in public, they'll be praising their girlfriend, like I love my girlfriend, or they're showing her off on social media. But when it's just the two of them, you find that the situation is different, and it's really sad, you guys, because why are you being nice to me in front of other people and you're being mean to me in private? Or you're trying to paint this perfect relationship but you can't live up to it. So for me, that's a very huge red flag, which means you're living a lie, or you just what's this word, you're living a fake life basically, or you're doing it for the people, because it really doesn't matter to you in real life. Because if it mattered to you in real life, you would make sure that your relationship is good in private before you want to convince people outside that it's good. Another huge red flag for me is a man who always has something to say that is negative about women. Whether he says something negative about his mom, his sister, or just women in general. Because I feel like, why are you even dating women? Like you completely want to live in a man's world. Why are you dating women? Because I had a story of this other guy. I can't remember where I heard this story. This guy was saying he wouldn't mind being married to a man and have a relationship with a man, but only when it comes to sex he wants to be with a woman, because honestly he gets stimulated, his mind gets stimulated when he was with another man, because they talk about business, they play golf together, they basically enjoy the same thing, but the only thing he wants from a woman is just sex. So I feel like when a man talks so negative about women in general, that's a red flag. Because why do you hate women? Why? you hate women but you want to be with women. You were raised by a woman but you have like this ugly how do I say it? Why is this word escaping me? Okay, you have this ugly image of women in general, so that's a red flag to me, and it's a huge Next up is a dishonest person. Like, honestly, this applies in everything. It doesn't really apply only in red flags, just in life in general. When a person is being dishonest, it's a complete turn off. Like, why are you being dishonest? Like, especially when a person is dishonest about their whereabouts or what they're doing, where they live, who they're dating, who their friends are, the places they go to, where they work. I feel like you're being dishonest. When you're being dishonest, like, it's so unnecessary. Like, why be dishonest? Because in the future the person might find out and they might not want to be with you knowing the truth. So it's always best to be honest in the beginning of the relationship to avoid any future misunderstandings. Another red flag for me is a guy who doesn't introduce you to his friends or family. Because I feel like our relationship, it's just me and you, and I don't know anybody. I don't know your friends, I don't know your family. Basically, the only person I know is you. So I feel like if anything had to happen to you and one day I can't find you, I don't even know who to call to look for you or where to look for you, because I don't know where you're from, I don't know who your friends are, I don't know who your family is. So for me, that person is very, very dangerous, because you don't know what they're hiding. Maybe they have something very big in their past that they're trying to conceal. So for me, if you can't be honest about your family and friends, it's a huge red flag for me. So next up is a person who is codependent, a person who doesn't give you space to breathe. That is just a huge red flag. I remember there was a friend of mine who had a boyfriend. So her boyfriend used to come to her house like every single day. Like, he would knock off from work and go to her house. Weekends he's there. He would probably sleep over the whole weekend. So now this person doesn't have a life. She doesn't have privacy. She doesn't have time to be with us as her friends. And I feel like this guy is very codependent. So like, this person makes you feel guilty for wanting your space or wanting to be with your friends. They make you feel like you are not ready to be in a serious relationship because you want to entertain other part of your life, which is just total nonsense. Like, everyone is allowed to have their personal life and just live their life how they see fit and enjoy your life outside of the relationship. So if the relationship, if 100% of your time revolves around the relationship, then the relationship is already doomed for failure. Because I mean, at the end of the day, both of you are gonna get so tired of each other and one of you is just gonna like lose it. Okay, I know I would. Another red flag for me is a guy who's not able to solve conflicts. Like, I hate a guy who's not able to solve conflicts, and for me that's a red flag. A person who's not willing to sit down and actually have a proper conversation of why we're having a misunderstanding and let's come to a conclusion. I had an ex like that. He used to hate resolving conflicts. Like, you know, he used to feed off like fueling the conflict. He would just add like a fuel to it, you know. And for me, that's very toxic, and that's a huge red flag. Why, as an adult, why are you not able to solve conflicts? Why are you not able to sit down and have a proper conversation? Huge red flag. Next point is playing house. Ladies, I know we all love playing house, but that's a huge red flag. I am very guilty of this. I've done it before, but don't play house. Do not play house. Don't go to a man's house and be living there while you don't know what's going on with your relationship. Don't go there and be cooking like a wife and be cleaning, doing all these things. I'm not saying don't do these things as a girlfriend, but don't let it be your 24/7 job. Like, you've moved in, everything, like you're doing everything with him, like you are playing house. that relationship is not going to go anywhere, because he probably feels like he already has you as a wife and you're doing all the things that he needs. So there's no reason for him to marry you, because you are already doing these things for him for free. So you're playing house, like you're already playing wife. So why would he marry you? Because you are already doing it for him for free. So why would he put in the effort to actually claim you when you're already doing it? So do not play house. Playing house is a huge red flag for me. Vice versa, whether it's the guy who's coming to your house to play house or it's you who's going to his house to play house, both ways for me, it's just a red flag. Next point is inconsistency. I hate a person who is inconsistent. Like I feel like if you are interested in a person, like you need to show it and you need to give it your all. Like if you really want to be with someone, you're going to give it 100%. So when you're coming in short and like, let's say today you bring in flowers and you're nice and you're gonna call for like the whole week and then you stop. And then boom, next week you're back and you are doing nice things again, and let's say you disappear or you ghost the person. That's a huge red flag for me, because I don't know, like maybe you are checking other options, or I don't know. So that's a huge red flag for me. You're not consistent, so it means you are not interested on this relationship. So it's never gonna work. Stay away from those kind of guys, because they're just gonna play with your feelings and they're just gonna leave you sad and dry, and that's not good for you. We need to be smart, ladies. So next tip, a huge red flag for me is a guy who's gonna gaslight you, like a person who's gonna make you feel like you're crazy, a person who's gonna make you feel like when you complain, like you are so annoying, you are stupid, everything you complain about doesn't make sense. Like a person who's gonna judge you and make you feel guilty for everything that you do. Or maybe let's say they cheat on you and then they change the whole situation and give you a reason why they cheated on you, and now they're putting the blame on you while they cheated on you. So a person who's gonna gaslight you, that's a huge red flag. Like it's a person who's always gonna put the blame on you and make you feel like you are cuckoos in the head. Stay away from those guys. Next red flag is a guy who never initiates anything. Like ladies, stop carrying the relationship. Like stop carrying the relationship. If the guy is not putting in the effort, like leave him alone. Leave him alone. Like just leave him alone. A red flag for me is a guy who never initiates anything. Like when you guys are going for a date, you're the one who has to call him, hey, can we please go on a date at this place and this place? Hey, can we please do this and this and this? Hey, you're the one who's basically carrying the whole relationship on your shoulder. Like that's a huge red flag and it's not gonna work. So you better just drop it, and he's not gonna change. If a person starts like that, trust me, it never works. Another red flag is a person who doesn't want to classify your relationship. That's one thing. That's one thing about me. Like if I'm interested in a guy and we've been dating for some time, I'm always gonna ask you, like, where do you see this relationship going? Like, what do you want from me? Like, I'm always gonna ask. So a guy who doesn't want to classify your relationship, it's like, let's say maybe he's gonna say like, we're just chilling, like relax babe, like we're just chilling. Like, excuse me, you better tell me what we are or just leave me the hell alone. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean we're chilling? We can't be chilling. What are we doing? Like, I'm not a baby, like I'm not a teenager. You can't tell me we're chilling. What are we chilling about? I need to know whether we're dating or whether we're just casuals or what's going on. I need to know the situation. So if a guy keeps telling you, no, we're chilling, and he really doesn't want to classify the relationship, trust me, he's not interested. So just save yourself the energy and just leave him alone. And honestly, just leave him alone. Another thing is a guy who doesn't respect your boundaries. Like, I hate a person who doesn't respect boundaries. If I say I'm not gonna do this or I don't want this, and a guy keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, it means he doesn't respect you and he doesn't see a relationship going like the long way. That's why he can just like break your boundaries or make you feel stupid why you even have the boundaries in the first place. So that person is not worth your energy. So just cut it off and, I don't know, move on to look for another person. Okay, that's dumb. Okay, next point is you need to stay away from people who are always using the word I love you just to make you stay. Because that person knows you vulnerable and they know that you probably need love, so they're always going to use the word I love you to make you stay. Whatever they do, they know when they come back and say I love you, you're probably going to stay. So for me, a person who uses the word I love you to manipulate you, that's a red flag. And also a person who uses gift to keep you around. Instead of apologizing, why do you have to bring gifts? Because some men just never want to say the word I'm sorry. And if a person can't say the word I'm sorry, please get it for him. If a person can't say the word I'm sorry, that's a red flag. Because it means you're not humble enough to bring yourself down to be with another person. And if you can't bring yourself down, then that relationship is not going to work, and no one wants to be with you, basically. Hey Baba. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to press the subscribe button. Until next time, peace out.